Wall Street veteran Bernard Madoff has been arrested and charged with running a $50 billion Ponzi scheme.
Congress wants to know what caused the Enron meltdown.
Now, while the collective rage currently is focused on WorldCom,
Tyco CEO Dennis Kozlowski was convicted of looting hundreds of millions of dollars.
This is one of the biggest fraud cases ever.
Their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
Find out more on this week's episode of White Collars, Red Hands.
Whoa, hold on.
What?
I'm off key. All right, hold on. Try it again.
I'm dreaming of a white collar Christmas. I didn't have any more of the song, so that's...
I was just going to say, just like the ones I used to know.
Okay, just going with the original. You know what? Now this is our second Christmas episode, right? We've done one of these, right?
Where the fraud is brazen and children cry because
so close.
Their parents went to jail.
Oh yeah. You don't know what it's like until you have a my dad's in prison Christmas. All right.
I've not had one.
You're like,
sorry.
Our gift is that we get your dad out of prison. We're selling all the presents to make bail. I'm joking. That never happened to me.
Good.
Not,
but it has.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
I don't know. I can get a dad still.
Okay.
Can you still get a dad when you're an adult?
I mean, technically, your mom isn't your mom married? You have a stepdad.
Yeah, for now. Anyway,
okay.
Welcome back to White Collars, Red Hands, everybody. My name is Kishan,
and I'm Nina.
And we got a little special treat for you today.
A ditty.
A little. We did do the ditty.
Oh yeah.
We told you the last time that we were with you, right? We're not going to have an episode till the new year, and we
lied to you.
You might be looking at your cat themed calendar up on the wall because that would probably be our audience. You have a cat. There's a little guy says, "Hang in there. It's almost the new year."
I think we acquire cat people.
Yeah, and you might be looking up there, and it still says 2023, and there's an episode dropping, and that's because we're giving you a bonus. Okay, this is a Christmas bonus episode. This is our gift to you, and the gift, like many gifts I give, is not thought out great. We're just
I honestly did not think this out at all. I fucked up. Per usual.
Oh, it's fine. We just thought we'd give you a little something light. Our Q&A actually kind of popped off on the audio side, like a lot of people listen to it. So hopefully you guys.
How many is a lot?
Right now it has more plays than the finale. So I was like, whoa, okay. But obviously, I mean, we can just hang out and talk a little bit then. We do have some stuff that we want to talk to you about. But it's not going to be our normal content where, like, there's a script.
Wow. I can't read any of your handwriting.
Yeah, well, yeah, show the fine people at home from 4 feet away the handwriting that are... Yes, it's very bad.
Some horrible-ass handwriting.
It's bad. I've been told, believe it or not.
Bro.
That's why I'm pretty sure I used to get A's in middle school.
Because they couldn't read your paper.
They would just assume, they'd be like, yeah, this is good. Just give him an A.
They're like, he pays attention in class.
I'd be like, I also used to write them all in cursive because that was an option back then. Y'all don't have to write in cursive anymore. You could type it. They'll know exactly what you're saying. I can just write in cursive and be like, I don't know, guess. Figure it out. Give me the A.
That's very funny. That's funny, actually.
All right. So you can't get away with it anymore. No one reads cursive.
No, and they don't even teach it anymore.
Fucking Zoomers. I know.
Yeah.
Gen Alpha now.
Bro, they are not the alpha.
Woof.
They're the beta. They should have been Generation Beta.
Okay.
I work with them every day.
You sound like a Republican man right now.
I don't care.
Beta.
They're beta males.
You just go to school calling kids beta males?
I should. Actually, dude, I should totally start calling my students beta. When they like do something, like when they're crying about something stupid, I'll be like, that's such beta behavior.
That's so beta. How do you ever expect to crush puss? Because you won't. Not if you keep acting like that.
I'm not going to say crush puss at school. I will not. I'll lose my job.
Oh, come on.
I did totally. Actually, I'm not even going to say it. Never mind.
You're like, it'll get me fired if I say it in public. Well, in that case, we won't get you fired.
Thank you.
I guess what we wanted to start off first, or what what I wanted to start off first with is a little story of a little crime that happened recently.
Recently,
yeah, no, this is like hot off the presses, guys. Okay, this is. Oh yeah, don't burn yourself.
Hot potato.
It's too hot. Yeah, this is straight out of the newsroom. It happened on the 8th of this month, December.
Oh wow,
2023. They weren't rich, but this is a terrible crime. So I wanted to talk about it. It seems that some people stole an engineering truck in Eureka, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
No, not Washington. Eureka, California.
Okay.
It's up close to Washington. It's very north. And they stole a truck and they broke into a warehouse and they stole the contents from the warehouse. The warehouse just happened to be holding toys for the Toys for Tots charity.
No.
They stole.
For real?
Oh, yeah. And they were like, hey, just, be on the watch for anyone selling hair dryers at a discount. I guess that is something that's given that they had a lot of. I don't know. So yeah, they stole a bunch of toys.
Doesn't sound like a toy for tots.
Poor kids. Yeah, they're poor. They need hair dryers.
I guess.
Huh?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Naya, you grew up middle class, so you don't know what it's like to be want for a hair dryer.
Yeah.
We didn't have any hair dryers in my house. We had to do it the old-fashioned way.
You don't have any fucking hair.
I had to stand in the sun and have my mom blow on me. It took hours, Nina.
You live in Arizona. It took 5 minutes. You have very thin hair.
You don't know the struggle.
Your hair's not thin. I'm sorry.
I get it. They thin it out every time I go. They pull the thinning shears out. Don't say that to me.
No. It's not thin. It's fine. You don't have coarse hair.
Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I have fine hair, but I have a lot of it.
Yes. No. But it wouldn't take very long to dry in the Arizona hot heat.
Okay, fine. You got me. We had a hair dryer, Nina.
I bet it was a Con Air though.
I don't even know. I can tell that's a burn, but I don't know enough about hair dryers to really know.
It's just a generic hair dryer. I've had a Con Air for years.
You still have a Con Air.
No, I don't actually. I bought a really expensive hair dryer last year.
Eat the rich, everybody.
I saved all my $5 bills. I saved all my $5 bills from serving until I could buy it.
Until you could buy a hair dryer?
Yep.
I'm glad that was your little gift to yourself.
It was. And then I bought Birkenstocks too with my $5 bills.
Are you planning on moving to Portland? What's going on?
I like Birkenstocks.
Okay.
Back to the Toys for Tots that we're not in for the tots anymore.
Yeah, well, they broke into the warehouse, they stole all the toys, and you know what else they also stole? All their recording equipment.
What?
Yeah, I guess they had like cameras set up, obviously, watch the toys for the tots.
Well, because you don't know if the toys will come to life, so.
Yeah, that is what it is, actually. Yeah. They were like, we could have had a Toy Story scenario at any moment. They stole all the cameras too, which is my theory. I have no idea. These people have not been caught. But if they knew to take all the cameras, this has to be an inside job.
Oh, good point.
This was a kid in the Toys for Tots program, an insider that came and took all this stuff.
You know, there's a really terrible movie on Disney Plus right now called The Naughty Nine, and it's about these kids who are trying to steal.
That doesn't sound like a kid's movie.
It doesn't sound like no.
Okay.
No, that's also playing on a Pornhub near you, but no, but there's about these bad kids that want to steal Santa's toys, and this is feeling very much like that.
Yeah. So actually, that is probably the nicest way to think of this. That it was like a rambunctious little rascals group of children that stole these toys, and they were like, we need these hair dryers early.
I need them now.
I need it for Christmas. How am I supposed to get perfectly coiffed hair?
Right.
Without my hair dryer from Toys for Tots.
Damn, did they catch them?
No. But yes, that was it. Like I said, these are short. That was the story out of Eureka. They have not caught them. What this really did is lead me down like a rabbit hole when I looked for more information on it. Turns out this happens a lot. Like people are stealing a lot of the toys for Toys for Tots.
That's not okay. This is like the people. I actually was going to do this and then didn't. I was like, it's not a white collar crime. I was going to talk about the people who steal the money out of the Salvation Army Jingle Bell thing.
There can't be that much money in there either.
They steal like $600 or $700.
Okay, I mean that's a
lot of shitty meals for hungry people.
It's getting worth it. Yeah, it's
absolutely worth it.
Yeah,
that's a car payment.
Don't they lock those buckets though?
Oh, I don't know.
Unless I've always had like this conspiracy theory though that the Santas don't work for the Salvation Army. Like if I could just find one of those buckets and a Santa suit, I could just make $700 every day.
You absolutely could.
So ding, ding, ding. And you're like,
jingle, 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 jingle.
Like, what are you going to do? Ask me for my Salvation Army card?
I don't know.
That's not a thing.
I don't.
All right.
Just put my coins in there.
It's like,
ding, ding, ding.
I served 3 tours in the Salvation Army. Absolutely.
My mom would give those people her money. I'm like, stop giving those people your money.
Yeah.
The Salvation Army is actually kind of sketchy.
I'm about to say, I don't trust charities. You start learning about charities, you won't trust charities anymore. There's actually, I think I actually have it on here. There's a place you can go to actually find good charities.
Yes.
And it's the Better Business Bureau, the Wise Giving Alliance, or Charity Watch.
Yeah.
And you can find out which charities don't just siphon off your money to a bunch of C-suite executives and then pass off a little bit to people in need.
Yeah, that's also why you should never, when you're at the grocery store and they ask you, like, do you want to round up for St. Jude's or you want to round up for the Feed America? No, don't ever do it, because the grocery store or whatever store it is will donate. They'll donate that money and then use it as a tax write-off. So they're actually not donating the money. They're donating your money.
It's icky. And
it's super icky.
We said it before. It's icky. People be icky. And speaking of icky people, we can move on to the second topic for today, which are scams around the holidays.
Yes.
'Tis the season of giving.
'Tis the season. 'Tis the season to be scamming. Fa la 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 la. Fuck.
Oh man. New White Collar's Red Hand's Christmas album dropping
yes. Soon. Remember when we would sing as kids? We'd be like, deck the halls. Did you sing this one? Deck the halls with gasoline. Fa la 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 la. Light a match and watch it gleam. Fa la 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 la. Watch the school burn down.
Oh my God. No.
That's... Now you never play with matches. La 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 la.
What the hell?
You don't know that one?
No, what the hell do they teach you in Ohio? Jesus. Teach you songs about burning down a school? No, I just had Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. What the hell is...
Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost a wheel, and Joker did ballet.
Wait, what?
That's what we sing.
Did ballet, got away.
Oh, we said did ballet.
No, the Joker got away because the Batmobile had lost a wheel. Why would it? Oh, what is the correlation between this car losing a wheel and then a great supervillain just like breaking into spontaneous dance?
I'm wondering if I just always heard it wrong.
You know what I'm thinking? So, I don't think there cannot be a whole group of people that was like it's ballet. It has to be.
I thought my whole life it was Joker did ballet.
No, dude, he got away. That
makes so much more sense.
I'm glad to have enlightened you.
I'm not changing it though.
You don't have, do you still sing it?
I mean, no.
It's like, if that's your Christmas tradition, then you do whatever you want. If your Santa has a tutu on, I don't care.
Did you do this with you? We 3 kings of Orient are smoking our 3 rubber cigars.
No. That one sounds heavily religious, though. So maybe that was just something that you did.
Oh, yeah, because it's like bearing gifts. We travel so far, field and fountain, Orient mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of bright.
So let me get this straight. The funny is that they're just smoking rubber cigars.
Well, I didn't say. I was telling you the actual song. I was telling you the actual song.
That's the actual song?
No, it's we 3. Really, it is we 3 kings of Orient are bearing gifts. We travel so far. But we would say smoking our 3 rubber cigars.
So funny.
It's so funny.
You were destined for the stage.
I was. Comedy. I didn't come up with it.
Nina, you could have taken credit for that amazing joke here. And
I know,
you totally missed out.
What were the other ones we would do?
You have more?
I feel like there's more.
We had a whole CD. We have parody songs. Walking around in women's underwear. I Am Santa Claus, and it was Iron Man, but Santa Claus.
Oh, I didn't have this.
Yeah.
We just came up with it on our own.
That's what we listen to every Christmas, actually. We did not listen to real Christmas music. We listen. That's so redneck, and I know it is.
Yeah.
But we listen to parody Christmas music every Christmas.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
So
we would listen to the Reba McEntire Christmas.
Oh my God. That's
so good.
That fits so hard for you.
The Alan Jackson one slaps pretty hard too.
Stop. Oh my.
It's pretty good.
You're gonna be wearing boots the next time I see you. Get out of here.
I have. People don't actually care about that though. So.
Yeah. So around the holidays, some people are evil. I don't know if you know that. Some people are evil. So the time when you're supposed to be giving the most, they try to steal your money the most.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of scams that go around right now.
Well, and just crime in general goes up over the holidays.
Yeah.
I know in Chicago, our crime spikes during the holidays.
Oh, anytime we got a 3-day weekend, even, right?
Yeah, crime spikes.
Something's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year it was really bad. Carjackings were really bad.
Well, they're just
They were in our neighborhood like crazy.
Have you never had to get a gift on short notice? Like if I and like Walmarts are closed on Christmas now, so if the closest thing I can get is someone else's car right outside my front door,
you've got a point there.
You got me. What am I gonna do? Not give my wife something?
I guess you're right.
I'm not gonna be rude. Okay,
Fuck, man.
Give me your 2003 Honda Accord right now.
I upgraded.
But
it's a 2011.
That's so nice. The scams we're talking about today are a little bit less violent than that, but still pretty bad.
Still shitty, nonetheless.
One of the things that we talked about, that Better Business Bureau and the Wise Giving Alliance and Charity Watch, the reason those were in my notes is because one of the biggest things that go around are fake charities. Not even like we talked about the real charities being evil and giving and like taking your money and not giving it mostly to people that they say they're going to. This is where they just make up a charity completely and just take all of it for themselves.
Oh, it's very much like that episode we did earlier this year. The last season. The fucking food one.
Oh, yes.
What was that called?
I forget.
It was Amy Bach.
Yeah. I forget what her...
Feeding Our Future.
Feeding Our Future.
Yeah, it's just like Feeding Our Future.
It is like that, except for if they never even gave out one meal to anybody.
That's true.
And they'll call people, they'll spoof telephone numbers to make it look like they're calling from charities. Mm-hmm. Or they'll really hit you with it's a tax write-off. Which, I don't know. Honestly, at this point, if you're doing this, just create a real charity and give.
I know, right?
And give $1 of every $100 that you gain to who you say you are, and then put it in the fine print, and it's all above board, right? So watch out for that. Old people are definitely getting scammed right now, asking to give money to the old orphaned veterans association,
Yeah, one of the things that I was reading, like with these fake ones to look out for, is like how urgent they need your money. I kind of do feel like every charity pushes like we're in great need, but like if it's extra dire, like maybe do a little bit of background. If you go to their website and the website looks pretty jank, that's a really big sign that it's not good. Yeah,
or you could literally just tell them all donate on the website, because all charities are going to have a place that you can donate, and you don't have to give it to somebody over the phone.
Yeah.
What's worse is that a lot of these people will say you have to. This is where it starts to get like, you can't believe this is true, but people do fall for this. They'll be like, you have to pay me in Walmart gift cards.
Oh, yeah.
You have to donate gift cards, like as gifts too. And speaking of things that are completely made up, the next one is fake shopping websites. Like completely. The example that they gave was Walmart instead of Walmart.com.
How would you even type that wrong?
You just go too fast. You never type too fast?
Yeah, but Walmart?
Yeah, it's just, it's
instead of Walmart. Walmart. Okay, I was like taking the M out of there for some reason, and I was like, at Walrat?
No, this is actually there was an old website called goggle.com that would give you a virus if you used it, and they made it look as much like Google as possible, and people would get there trying to look for Google and then would download malware onto their computers. So this is something they do. They create completely fake websites with you can put a bunch of stuff in your cart, go to checkout, you give them your information, they say they're shipping it to you, you never get anything. It's completely fake.
Yeah, it's all fake.
They just stole your money and all of your information, so make sure you're double checking websites.
Don't go to Walmart.
Yeah, don't go to Walmart. I actually tried it. It redirects to actual Walmart.com, so they must have bought the domain and made it just go to their website.
Yeah, that's smart, because I mean,
that's what Google did to Goggle as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made it so you can't. They like bought it and you can't do it anymore.
But I will say that there have been some times that like I have. This is where like I get really weary of like TikTok shop and like those some of the random shop ads that you get on Instagram
like
and stuff.
Temu, stuff like that.
Yeah. Where I'm like, I just feel like it's not real and you're just going to take my money.
Well,
I have bought shirts from 2 random Instagram ads like that and was just like, let's see what happens. I did get the shirt both times and my credit card information wasn't stolen, but like, do go to the website, do check it out. If it doesn't look, come on. We're almost at 2024. Like, any place that is going to be selling items is going to have a good functional website. Yeah. And if it doesn't look legit, it isn't legit.
Well, and that was the next one, is that they will also buy fake ads showing like fake deals on things and try to get. So that was another thing I said. If it looks too good to be true, obviously don't fucking do it. Like if it's a PS5 for $1, just like don't be a fucking idiot. Like
yeah, there's some stuff that is just like, if it looks too good to be true, it is.
Yeah, if it doesn't make sense. It probably doesn't make sense.
No, you're like, I can buy it. It's like when you're on Facebook Marketplace and you see an iPhone
for free,
14 for $17, and you're like, huh? It's because it's been stolen.
Yeah, it's either stolen or they're gonna beat you up and steal yours when you get there.
Yeah,
like those are the only 2 outcomes.
Those are the only 2 things.
All right, so don't do it. The other one, I didn't know this was a thing. Social media gift exchanges. Like where you go on and you say like you buy a gift for somebody and then other people buy gifts for other people. So you buy one gift and then you might get up to 36 in return, but it's just a pyramid scheme and no one actually ever gets those gifts. I didn't know this was a thing, but
I didn't know that was a thing.
But I guess it's a thing. So people will go on and say, join our online gift exchange.
I mean, it kind of sounds fun in theory, but...
Yeah, but it's
also
always
like,
a scam.
But here's the thing. It's also like, how are you getting, like, what kind of gifts are you buying? Like, then you're going to give all those people your address to ship you stuff? That seems sketchy.
And your credit card information. I think you give them money and it like sends a gift. Because they just want your money. So
interesting.
What if the thing you were buying though was a live animal? Because you know how little kids love to get puppies for Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
Adopt, don't shop.
Yeah, what you're saying is true. You shouldn't buy dogs. And another reason to not do that is there are people who scam you. They fake like litters for sale. $400 a puppy. And they just never give it to you. So
this actually happened to a roommate of mine in college. Yeah. So it was so funny. So my roommate in college, she's much better now, but she struggled a lot in college. And she had like expressed to us that she wanted to get a pet, that she thought that like a pet would help her mental health, stuff like that. Well, like we never really told her yes, but we never really told her no either. And so she just took that as like, I'm going to go ahead and get a dog. And so she like brings up the fact that she's going to get a dog again, like right before we go on Thanksgiving break. And she was like, I'm thinking I really want to get a dog. And she had texted it in the group chat. And then we were like, we need to have a roommate meeting about this. Because the rest of us were like, you absolutely cannot get a dog because like she would not clean up after herself in the home. And she actually had really reckless behavior. And we were just like, we don't think that you should bring a dog into our apartment because like, we don't think you can actually take care of it. And she couldn't take care of it. And so we have this roommate meeting and we're basically like, we don't want an animal in the house. And she was like, well, you guys like didn't say no before. And we're like, well, we thought about it and we like really don't want you to bring a dog in here. And she's like throwing this like huge temper tantrum and she's crying and it's like this big thing. Come to find out, she's already bought the dog. And we were like, what? And she's like, yeah, I bought the dog already. I'm going to pick it up when I go home for Thanksgiving. And so we were like, what the fuck, bro? And it was,
they didn't have the dog like when she got there?
So I don't know exactly how it went down because this was so long ago. I didn't believe that it was real to begin with because she had told us that like, we're like, what kind of dog is it? Like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, it's this person.
Oh, okay.
She's like, it's this person. And I found them. I swear to God, she said she found them on Craigslist. She's like, I found them on Craigslist. They're selling their litter of puppies. It's a Yorkshire Terrier, full-blooded Yorkshire Terrier. She's like, it was a really good deal. It's $200. It has all of its shots. It's got all these toys that come with it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, she's telling us about this. And I'm like, this isn't fucking real.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fucking real. You can't buy a full-blooded Yorkshire Terrier for $200.
No, dogs are expensive and it's stupid.
Well, especially like full-blooded bred ones like that. Like, you're not gonna like a full-blooded Yorkie that is bred specifically like.
Yeah, no, they're like thousands of dollars.
I was just gonna say that's like $1,000 dog, at least.
Yeah.
And then I don't know I think the person like blocked her when she went to go pick up the dog, and like she like asked for the address, and then they blocked her.
Yeah, you gotta see them dogs in person, and don't pay for it up front. Be like, I'll bring cash.
Yeah.
Or I'll Venmo you when I get there.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing
Venmo wasn't even a thing yet.
Oh, I guess
that's so funny.
I guess that's fair, but they're still doing it now. So if you ever get told to pay for a dog up front, don't do it because it's a scam and they're lying to you.
Yeah, I just like. I don't know. I've never gone about buying a dog, but I feel like you would need to put down a deposit.
Yeah, I don't know. I would never buy a dog. That's the thing. I would just go to a kennel and just there are plenty of dogs there. They don't have to be fucking.
That's true.
They don't have to be corgis or whatever. I'm not the goddamn queen.
That's true.
You know? But so that's just a few scams.
Watch out for during the holidays.
To watch out for on the holidays, just in case. I don't know if we have old people listening. Maybe or
if you know an old person and they talk about, oh, this person's like this, they're calling me, like, then you can be like, don't give them your money.
Yeah. So there's one last thing I wanted to talk about. I previewed this a little bit with you, Nina, but I purposely didn't give you everything because it's one of my favorite stories ever.
Okay.
And I've been waiting to tell this on the podcast at some point for like a year and a half now. And I forgot about it until like a couple days ago. And I was like, this is the perfect opportunity.
This is your golden opportunity.
It is. So let me introduce you to the one, the only Lord Timothy Dexter.
Lord Timothy Dexter.
Here's a picture of him so you can see at home. This is from the cover of his book, which is A Pickle for the Knowing Ones. And this guy is the luckiest person I've ever heard about in my life. He lived in the late 1700s and he was super poor growing up. He had no money. His family were like farmers. And he made a bunch of money randomly after he married a widow.
Nice.
He married a 32-year-old rich widow.
A 32-year-old widow.
Which was old back then. Named Lord Elizabeth Frothingham. This is still like everyone in America is British.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone's got stupid names like Lord Frothingham.
Yeah.
And Lord Timothy Dexter. And he inherited this huge estate and this big mansion. But he's stupid. He's very dumb. All historians agree on that. And he went around and he bought these things called continental dollars.
Okay.
Which were basically like war bonds, I think, that the colonies sold while they were fighting the British. And they were super devalued because no one thought that anything was going anywhere. And he bought up all of these. He spent all of his wife's money on it. Like they literally went bankrupt.
What the fuck?
Basically buying up all these continental dollars in Massachusetts specifically. And when the war was over, when they wrote the Constitution, the U.S. government decided to buy those back at 10% of their face value, which would be bad.
That's really bad.
But Massachusetts decided to buy theirs back at full face value.
Oh, he got lucky.
So, yes. So he sold all of his back at full face value after he already bought them when they were depreciated, and he just became like a millionaire immediately. Just this random peasant farming guy who married a widow, and he's a millionaire now.
Damn.
And he really wanted just like a title. He was like, okay, I'm rich now. I have to become like a nobleman. So he went around and he kept writing his local congressman and was like, or his local council people, and was like, you need to give me a job. Like, you need to give me a title. Like, I want a title. And after so much of him pestering them, they finally said, okay, you're going to be the official informer of deer.
What?
Yeah, so his job was to follow the deer population in the county and then report it back to the council people.
Okay.
The informer of deer. Guess how many deer they were in
Thousands,
this county?
I'm sure.
0.
Oh.
There were no deer. They had left or been hunted out of the region 19 years prior, and no one had seen a deer for 2 decades.
That's funny.
So he became the informer of deer, and he seemed to be happy with that politically. And he said, okay, well, now I need to grow my wealth even more. And this is where he really just starts getting lucky. So all the other noblemen hated him because
he's dumb.
He's dumb. And like surprisingly dumb, as we'll learn in a little bit. So they kept trying to give him advice, but they gave him bad advice on purpose. So they said, you know what? You should sell bed warmers, those little cast iron, you put coals in them into a bed. You just sell bed warmers to people in the Caribbean, which is a tropical area.
Yeah.
Where there's not really winter or beds to warm. And he said, okay. So we bought
a bed warmer sounds like a very bad idea.
This is before, you got to remember though, this is before central heat.
I know, but like I'm putting hot
Northeast?
coals in my bed that's probably made out of straw.
Dude, literally lights in houses used to just be gas.
Well, I guess that's true.
They would run open gas flames in wooden houses.
They wonder why they died young.
Yeah, they had to do what they had to do, but yes. So he bought 45,000 cast iron bed warmers and shipped them to the Caribbean. And they got there, the merchants got there with them, and they were like, there's nothing we can do with these. So instead they said, look, these would make great ladles for molasses production, which there's a bunch of sugar cane there. And they said, that's a great idea. He sold all of them at a large profit because he could sell them for more as ladles than he could as bed warmers in the States.
Damn.
So he turned a profit on it. And at this point, obviously, you could just imagine all these other rich guys just like pissed off. We sent him to do this and he somehow makes money. We must make it even worse. So they went to him and they said, hey, that turned out so good for you. You should sell coal to Newcastle in England. Newcastle, which I didn't know this, so no one else, I think, know this unless you're from there. One of the biggest coal mining towns in all of Europe. So they basically said, like, yeah, go sell coal to the place that already has all of it. He said, okay. And he bought a bunch of coal, and by the time it got shipped there, the miners in the town went on strike.
No way!
From the time he sent it, in transit, the miners decided to go on strike so that by the time he got there was a deficit of coal in all of Europe.
Oh my God.
And he sold it at a premium. And that's twice. This motherfucker did this like 7 times. He sent middens to South America. And then it happened to get picked up by like Chinese merchants that were going to like Siberia into the cold. And they were like, oh, we could actually really use these. So he sold them at a profit. He did this. He got cats. So his town got infested with cats. And he said, I wonder if anyone will buy these. So he grabbed them all up and put them on a ship off to Central America, like Central Southern America. And they were like, yeah, these can keep all the mice out of our sugarcane stocks. And he sold stray cats from his town at a profit.
It's kind of like when Chicago got all those feral cats to help control the rats.
That's exactly what it was. But he made all the money off of it. He was literally just failing upwards in every way that he could. And yeah, he became a millionaire. He had so much money Here's a couple more. He exported Bibles to the East Indies, not known for its large Christian population, but it turns out that all the missionaries there didn't even have Bibles themselves because there was no supply to the area. So he sold all the Bibles in the East Indies. Oh, and then the cats, which was to the Caribbean. Sorry. He also hoarded whale bones. He accidentally bought a bunch of whale bones, and then it turns out that he could sell them at a profit for boning for corsets.
Interesting.
And the whole time, he didn't really know what he was doing. He just got lucky at every single turn.
Damn, he had done something right in his past life.
And he was fucking full of himself, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was an asshole. So at his mansion, he bought like 40 statues, 40 hand-carved wooden statues that ended up costing twice the amount of the mansion by the time he was done with them. They were $2,000 a piece in the late 1700s.
Whoa.
And they were all of like great American men. Like he had George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and also one of himself.
Oh, yeah.
And the inscription on it said, "I'm the first in the East, the first in the West, and the greatest philosopher known to the Western world."
Yeah, philosopher, okay.
And he was actually borderline illiterate. So when he wrote a book...
Made no sense.
So it's like 8,000, just over 8,000 words. No, 8,000 sentences, 33,000 words, and there is no punctuation.
God.
There's no punctuation. Everything is horribly misspelled. And
Oh, so it's like Huckleberry Finn.
Yes, except for that wasn't the point. This is how he actually wrote. And just like capital letters, just kind of where he felt like it.
Oh, God.
Just kind of randomly threw out there. And you might think, wow, that book probably didn't do well.
No.
At first, he was giving it out for free, believe it or not. But it was so in demand, it caught on so fast that it had 8 different printings.
And that's a lot for back then.
Yes. And he turned a profit mightily on the book that he wrote. And everyone, in reaction to everyone commenting about its lack of punctuation, he got like scathing reviews being like, you cannot write a book without punctuation. In the second edition, he put an amendment in the book, which is 1 extra page, which is just 11 lines of punctuation marks. Like just a bunch of question marks and commas and semicolons, and says you can pepper and salt them as you like. And it's horribly misspelled. Basically, just like, just put them wherever you want then. Here's your punctuation.
Take your punctuation and shove it.
This man's crazy. And he became like so worried about his legacy because he started hating his wife so much so that he would tell people that show up that his wife had actually been dead for a long time, even though she wasn't. And that the woman who frequented the place was just her ghost.
What the fuck?
So I'd be like, oh, my wife's dead. And they'll be like, who's that? He's like, that's her ghost.
That is like ultimate gaslighting.
You're dead. Yeah.
You're dead.
Try that on your wife. Honey, you're misremembering it. You're dead.
Because you're dead.
Because you're dead. What was that movie? The Others? It's like, you're the others. You think I'm the ghost, but you're dead. Speaking of hating his wife, he faked his death at one point. Yeah, he faked his death so that he could see people's reaction to him dying. And he held a whole fake, wake, like a whole fake funeral service for himself where 3,000 people supposedly showed up. And halfway through,
he just popped out of the coffin.
He noticed his wife wasn't crying. And he popped out and he caned her in front of the entire audience. Oh, my God. Yeah. Which, honestly, was probably a normal thing to do in the late 1700s. It's still
not okay.
But it's still not okay. Yes, he's like, why aren't you crying? I'm dead. Be sad. And then he caned her in front of an audience.
And then that's why she wasn't crying, because you caned her.
Yeah, probably. He's like, you were supposed to be dead, not me. But in the end, yeah, he ended up dying. And his house became a hotel. But it's a very nice plantation still to this day.
That's very interesting.
And that is only the tip of the spear on him. But yeah, oh my God. Lord Timothy Dexter
Lord Timothy Dexter.
And you're probably wondering, Kishan, did you buy the book? Yeah, I bought the book.
Yeah.
I will have a copy of A Pickle for the Knowing Ones.
I want to look at it. I don't need to read it, but I want to look at it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to read it either. I kind of just want to say I have it. I'm like, yeah, I have a copy of this. There is someone who wrote a biography of him, though. And I'm definitely thinking about picking that up.
Yeah, it'd probably be really interesting.
Because it's hilarious. So look up him further. This good Salmonella, which is a YouTuber, does a very good episode on him. So if you want to check that out.
Nice.
And
there's one update I wanted to give. I don't think that we have been here since this happened, but George Santos has been kicked out of the house.
they did it. And now he's on Cameo.
Now he's on Cameo.
Bye.
He also gained a lot of weight.
Did he? I thought he always.
like he-
I thought he always.
He was
looked
always
like
a little chubby, like little cushion for the pushing, but he is now he's chubby.
Yeah, he also looks more plastic. Like he got some even worse.
He probably did.
Some even worse filler recently.
Yeah.
And it's really given him that botulism look, you know? So
Yeah. But that is an update. George Santos no longer in the house.
that's true. So and hopefully we'll give you one of those update episodes at some point.
Yeah.
Coming up, because I'm sure there's more than that we got to get to.
There's
but-
definitely more to that. Maybe we should do a whole update episode.
Well, that's what I did for one of our bonus. That was the Where in the Heck is 9 episode, which you weren't here for.
Oh,
So I don't expect you to remember it because you weren't here.
I wasn't here.
But that was this season. So
Yeah.
So we'll do another one of those at some
Yeah.
point. But with that, thank you for spending some time with us.
Yeah, this was fun.
We hope that you enjoy your holidays and that you don't get scammed.
Yeah, don't get scammed.
At any
Scammers
money.
be scamming.
If you're gonna freely give your money to strangers,
Give it to us.
Give it to us. And you know what? I'm not gonna do the whole outro because it's the season of giving, and I'm not gonna rattle.
I'm
off
not going to
everything.
give you a headache.
I will say if you do want to know more, you can go to our socials. This is the only thing I'll plug. So facebook.com/whitecollarsredhands. X. We got to get rid of that. I'm thinking about just dropping our Twitter because
it's that big of a deal.
that place is a hellscape, and I don't
We could
even
just do a
post anything
threads.
on there. Yeah. Instagram at whitecollars_redhands. TikTok at whitecollarsredhands. We got shadow banned our last video, so
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm still so confused about that.
come and try and support us because I've redone how I do those, and they take me like 2 hours now. So
Yeah.
So please, I don't want you to beg, but please spare a like, sir. And other than that, we just hope that you have a really happy holidays and a happy new year, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, see you next year.
On another season of White Collars
Red Hands.